Quinn, through what are we at 9 weeks now, just kind of how have you seen your game grow and kind of develop through the first 9 weeks of the season?
I mean, just like week to week, I would say practicing, forming new practice habits and stuff, and then obviously like watching film, like the other team watches film on us. So as their offensive tackles and like offensive line adjust to me, I adjust to them. So
Couple sacks last week, but it's kind of seemed like the sack numbers are around 1 to 2 the last few weeks. What do you guys think you have to do to get back to getting 4 to 5 a game?
Back to the fundamentals and make sure we're running the pressures right, and then getting off the ball and winning our 4-down rush. I think that's a big piece that we need to focus on.
For you guys as a defense, you get back to the turnover creed, you get 4 in that first half against Stanford. How much of a confidence booster is that going forward, kind of reminding yourselves that we can force turnovers, and this was so much of our identity last year?
It's huge for our confidence. I mean, like especially the past 2-3 weeks, we've really in practice been emphasizing, get after the ball, strip, interceptions, all that. So it was real nice to see that hard work pay off in a game.
What's kind of the specific emphasis in the edge room for you guys right now? What are some things you want to clean up? Some things you feel like you've done well in?
It's getting to that point in the season. It's getting late, so it's just getting back to the fundamentals, like I've been saying. Making sure we're still doing the little things right. Crossing over, our hands, mixing up our rushes, stuff like that. Making sure we're not getting lazy on those fundamental things.
You sense that teams, obviously coming off such a big year for the group last year and coming into this season with a lot of expectations around the group. Do you sense that opponents kind of have been game planning around you guys to try and take you out of games a bit?
Obviously any good offense is gonna come in with a solid game plan, but I think we everyone on the defense has just bought into the plan and trust what Coach Ward is trying to get us to do. So I think honestly, it really doesn't matter. It's about what we do, not about what they do. So
kind of a general question here, but just as a defense as a whole, what have you been maybe most proud of or most pleased with what you guys have been able to accomplish, and what's the maybe the work in progress point going forward?
I think just from last year, this year, I think a lot of our pressures are getting home. I think Coach Ward has done a really good job at dialing up some good pressures. But I think the sack numbers are up this year a little bit too, so that's that's good. But yeah, I think third down.
Arizona State's.
You're good. Go ahead.
Okay, with Arizona State's offense, what have you seen from just their balance? What did they seem to lean on, and what have you seen from their offensive line as well? I guess.
They're passing the ball a lot more. Obviously they got a quarterback change midway through the season. They've had their ups and downs just with we can kind of relate a little bit to the whole coaching change and how that affects their team and play calls and stuff like that. So going into it, just got to get after the quarterback, got to get in his face, and yeah.
Do you expect? Does it seem like they really simplified their scheme a little bit after the coaching change, and just they're kind of going a little bit more easy or free and easy with their game?
They definitely tweaked a couple things just from coaching staffs and and who's calling the plays now. So it's gonna be a fun game. I think we got some good stuff for them.